First of all, what is Operation Cleansweep? It teaches the poor people the right things to do. Like, for example, they would know, like, instead of going and like buying and relying on the month-old oil or the expired rice to eat or something and get sick. It teaches them that maybe they should like try something different, like maybe plant something or like that. It assists in leading a healthier life. So just like I said, and it also means that they don't stay cooped up in this cage rooms all the time, and they they can go outside, get some fresh air and stuff. And they know like how to take care of themselves. And it helps children and adults live a safer life. So in cage homes, it's very cramped, as you all know. And yes, so anything can happen in there. You can fall off the cage because they're actually stacked up really high. You can injure yourself. So like that, it teaches how to lead a safer life. And it teaches kids the basic essential of youth and growing up. So like it's also targeted at kids, and yeah, teach them like what happens to them when they grow up and stuff. So why Operation Cleansweep? Why the investment? It helps people realize the most important things in life. Health. So as I mentioned before, it helps and teaches you all about health and yeah. The kids learn more about what's right and what's wrong. So like when you're a kid, you want to start at a young age, you want to learn how to do this and how to do that. And people are dying because of problems. They don't know how to take care of themselves when they get into the cage homes and also immigrants and refugees and stuff. So we want to try and fix that and make them more. So I did a SWOT analysis for this. So if you don't know what SWOT stands for, S is for strengths, W for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and T for threats. So for strengths, it's that people always learn about ways to lead a safe life and a healthy life. So like this, people feel more confident about themselves. In the weaknesses is that Operation Cleansweep will need a lot of money. So then there's the investment, but it's probably going to need some extra money to get some things, organize talks or whatever to teach them, workshops. So establish a well-set organization in Hong Kong and team up with other charities like Christian Action or like the major ones. And but the only threat is that there's a language barrier. Most of these guys are probably immigrants from China or other places and don't really know much of English. So the main threat is that there's a language barrier and we want people to communicate. So the demographic range is 10-year-olds, 10-year-olds to 40-year-olds, but that's a huge demographic range. So I'll be in phases. In the beginning, we'll talk about just the kids and like how they should and how they should take care of their life. So that'll be first we'll just be talking mainly on kids, like around 10-year-olds to the teenagers, and then later on we'll talk to adults about how to do housekeeping, how to take care of their kids. That's like around 25 to 40 when they become parents and responsibilities come to them for kids. So the main business plan is basically it's going to be a small NGO in Hong Kong. That'll come later on. That's what I hope to achieve. It's travel to to do this, I want to travel to local community houses and deliver lessons and speeches. So basically, lessons are basically like workshops and simulations and everything. And speeches like get and speak to like a crowd. Maybe not like a massive 600 people crowd, but like maybe a medium to lowish kind of crowd. So for advertisements later on, it's probably YouTube, a website maybe for other people to learn about what I'm trying to do, and other social media. So the extension, so then this is like after the thing. There's some physical education for kids, so they too can like take care of their bodies as well as themselves. And maybe home mentoring for adults, as I said before, and work with other charities. So finally, just before I wrap up, the big ask is I need recruits because I'm only one. I can't travel everywhere. So yeah, like I can only go to one place at a time. So the advantage of recruits is that I can get a lot of people, so we can go to different places at different times and impact more people than an extent. I need money as well because like it's expensive way to talk, to do talks up on stages for people to listen and stuff. So yeah, thank you. And any questions?